Hi everyone, and welcome back to Cooking in Pink Boots. Welcome back everyone. Today on Cooking in Pink Boots, we are going to be visiting the lovely Philippines with my pork pancit bihon. Pancit bihon is a very flavorful Filipino rice noodle dish, and everyone everywhere has their own little style of making it, adding in their own little signature touch. As a matter of fact, no two pancits I've ever tried were ever the same. And today, you're gonna see how I make mine. You'll need 1.5 pounds of boneless pork loin chops, sliced stir-fry cut, some fresh green beans and snow peas, cleaned and cut into smaller pieces. Now with the veggies, it's add it if you like it and leave it out if you don't. It's that simple. Now I matchstick sliced 3 medium carrots, thinly sliced 2 large ribs of celery, chopped 4 cloves of garlic, thinly sliced 1 small onion and half of both a large green and red bell pepper. And here I had thinly sliced half a head of cabbage. I know it seems like a whole lot, but I promise you it'll all come together perfectly. All right, moving on to 3 8-ounce packs of rice stick noodles. Olive oil for frying, soy sauce, oyster sauce, some lemon or lime wedges, chicken or pork bouillon, and of course, salt and pepper. Now, time to get cooking. Starting off with 2 to 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil to a hot pan, preferably a large wok that I no longer have, but making it work anyway. Now, adding in my onions, carrots, and celery, cooking for about 2 minutes. We don't want it tender, just a tad bit soft. We still have some ways to go, so let's not overcook these guys. Now, lightly season with salt and pepper. And when I say lightly season, I mean 1/4 teaspoon, maybe a bit too much. Keep in mind, we'll be seasoning as we go, and a lot of the further ingredients are very salty in flavor. Now, after 2 minutes, you want to add in your beans and peas and continue to saute for another 2 minutes on high heat. And if you must add more oil, go right ahead with another couple tablespoons. Now, add your bell peppers. Then after a minute or 2 of cooking, when the vegetables are just about tender to your liking, add in your garlic and cabbage. Now, just continue cooking on high heat, adding additional oil if needed. And once your cabbage and all the other vegetables are to your liking, remove all the vegetables, placing it back into your container. And then to the pan, add 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, add in your pork, lightly seasoning it with a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and pepper. And once your pork is half done, add in 2/3 of a cup of oyster sauce and 2/3 of a cup of soy sauce and mix till well combined. Then add in 6.5 cups of hot water and 1 chicken or pork bouillon. They both work great in this dish. It's really just a flip of a coin for me. Now, be sure not to add more than 1 cube because with the measurements of all ingredients combined, adding more than 1 cube will make your dish extremely salty. Now, just cover and allow it to boil for a few minutes till your pork is cooked thoroughly. And once that happens, you want to remove all the pork, straining it from the liquid. Although, if this is your first time working with rice noodles and you're unsure of how to react in case you are over or under in liquid, I suggest you remove and reserve 1 cup of this broth, and if your noodles begin to dry out, you can add it in gradually. But if you are confident in every way, let's move on. And now adding in my 3 8-ounce packs of rice stick noodles to the broth, getting it all covered in all that liquid. Now, if I were using a wok, I would not have to stir so often. And because I'm using a large pan, I have to be sure the liquid is evenly distributed throughout the entire pan, so all the noodles are getting cooked evenly. Note to self, get a wok. Now, some people, they cut their noodles to make the dish stretch out, allowing more servings, where others honor the ancient Filipino superstition of the longer the noodles, the bigger the wish of life, or as some just say, long life. And therefore, it is a staple at almost every Filipino birthday party to have pancit on the table. And because I was today years old when I had learned of this, I mean, after years and years of making pancit, I don't think I will ever be cutting my noodles anymore. All right, now once the noodles are tender and the broth is barely enough to glaze the pan, it's time to add those vegetables back inside and mixing it, allowing it to absorb all that leftover broth. So be sure to give it a good mix. Now, just add that meat right in there, stir it up a little bit, and finally, my favorite part, the taste test. And now see if you need to add any additional seasonings such as salt or black pepper, which by the way, I like to add a bit of extra black pepper at the very end, just for a little extra kick. And now just top it off with some lemon or lime wedges. And there we have it. Just look how nice and fluffy those noodles are. And I really hope you try this recipe so you can taste exactly how flavorful and delicious this dish is. Well, thank you all so much for watching. And again, give this dish a try. And when you do, you know the routine. Enjoy. And please don't forget to like and subscribe for more upcoming food adventures with me, Charlene, from right here in my kitchen, where every day I'm cooking pink boots. With her, of course. Bye.
Bye.